Hi everybody, what's going on? I keep looking out the window because it is beautiful outside, which is to say that it is raining, thundery, dark, gloomy, cloudy, morose. Can you, can you hear it? Love it. Alright, here's what's going on. I am making a fall swag using this giant swag. It is, I know it's 36 inches, but this piece down here is like 6 inches by itself. So, I mean, it's like 30-ish inches. I am having a little bit of trouble with it. Like, I don't know how to fluff it up right, because every time I was fluffing it up, it was hanging up. I was like, what's wrong with this thing? Alright, I have jute poly mesh. This is also from Craft Outlet. I think this is about like $5 to $6. It's the color natural again, and it's got 37% jute in it. I never realized that before. Is that even showing up? There you go. 37% jute. And I decided when I get an order from Craft Outlet and I have that invoice in front of me, I'm going to start marking on here how much they are. So when I go to make a wreath, I can save, not save this, but I can save down on another sheet of paper, you know, oh, this was $10, this was $5, that's $15 already that I put into this wreath, you know, and then I use a whole roll of this ribbon, which was this much. Because I almost sold a wreath today, and you know, the person who wanted it asked me like how much it was, and I was like, I don't know. You know, I don't. That's not something I think about. Like, I know how I get my price. I just didn't know offhand how much that price was. So I had to like sit down and go through my old invoices on Craft Outlet's website and figure it out from there. So this could not be easier. We are just going to use these. I wanted to start here on this side. When it's hanging up, that'll be the, yeah. We're going to use these, and you're using these just like you would the pipe cleaners. I'm just getting it in there, and how can I do this so where it's easier to see? Will this fit on here? Will it? Maybe? Okay. Let me try this. Because I just, you know, I'm like trying to show you, and my hand is covering up. So it's just attached right here. I just have this kind of hanging out, I think. Well, I might throw a cable tie up there later, we'll see. And all I'm going to do is, I think I'm still going to measure like 10 inches. But I'm not concerned with how far apart these are. Is that we're just going to go to the bottom, up to the top, back to the bottom. So there's one on the left, one on the right, one in the middle. I kind of like that mesh attached to my clamp over there. And this is really just going to be a base, which that first layer of mesh almost always is just a base. It's something to glue onto, it's something to put extra mesh on top of. In this case, it's something to fill out this swag shape and make it a little bit more bigger at the top, smaller at the bottom. See, I'm just measuring like 10 inches. Come over here. I want to make sure that I'm on one side, a second, come up the next side, and Trying to keep everything going the way I want it to go. And when you get to the bottom down here, you don't want to do like 3 poofs on top of each other because you want it to continue to be big, coming to a point. So I think I'm going to, let's see, let's go from 10 to 0 right here. And I'm going to put this down. And then this is all that's going to be down here is this one poof. Well, and the one on the other side. I'm not going to try to get the center here too. You get what I'm saying? Well, I could just show you. So this is 10 to 0. And instead of like coming up right there, I'm going to come over maybe like here or here. Yeah, that looks good. I can't give you like a formula on how to do this because it's just like, just do it, you know? Alright, so these are all poofed out now. And yes, that looks better. Okay. This one's not poofed out. Or is it? Okay. I am now going to, where's the rest of this? I'm going to move that right there. Don't worry, it's there. You're like, yeah, we know it's in the way. It's always in the way. I'm like, wow, y'all are sassy today. I guess I'm kind of like working backward because I don't like to cut like this, but I am not really measuring these. I'm just I'm just cutting some long pieces. Alright, so here's some more left over. I might make some curls out of this afterwards, but we'll see where we go. How we get there, where we're going. Mountain Dew break. Okay. Where do I want to start? I want to start with this, since it's so sparkly. Which it really, well, I guess it is. It's like dark and sparkly. I'm going to, wow. Learn how to cut straight first of all. I'm going to just, I'm going to turn that edge under because it's a mess. And keep that edge turned under. And I kind of want one here. Why don't you want to go in here? Why are you fighting me? It's like making me look foolish. Go here. Does that work? This one, this little piece right here is super short. And I'm going to try to keep that instead of... That makes sense? Does that make sense when I make those noises? Do you know exactly what I mean? Cool. Yeah, I saw this mesh when I was first starting out making wreaths and stuff, and I was like, that is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Because back in the day, which you know, like 10 years ago, pretty much. 9, 10 years ago. The Deco mesh game was not as strong as it is today. Like, there was not places like, well, they might have been there, maybe I just didn't know about them, but like Craft Outlet and stuff where you can go and see all these like beautiful meshes. They didn't really have, well, at least I never ordered mesh online, mostly because I had the wholesaler around the corner from my house and they were incredibly cheap. But I saw this and I was like, that is stunning. Because it was like basic, everything else I had seen was like basic deco mesh, and I was like, oh. And my wreath and my garland that were on my door that year were this brown and like a turquoisey blue. Let's try to. This is when I'm really gonna start attempting to shape this some more. Because right now it just kind of looks like, but we're gonna put we're gonna build this up quite a bit. They meet up and, you know, they decide that this is what she wanted and they do care about each other because they're family. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And then it ends with them going to the place where he proposed to her to dump her ashes, and they decide that they're gonna honor her wishes because they care about each other. And that was the last movie I watched on Amazon yesterday because I was like, it's nothing's gonna top this ridiculousness right here. Alright, this is the inspiration ribbon right here. I think this is so pretty. When I saw this on Craft Outlet, I was like, I need that. I need it. It has teal, which I wish I had more teal, but I don't have any teal. Teal, burgundy, cream, and orange. So, don't have any more teal, so we're going to have to rely just on the ribbon for that. Here's a couple of not burgundy, natural white, some more just burlap, some burlap with some orange, which there's not a lot of this, so I need to use this sparingly. This one, which is like the heaviest ribbon in the world, this same thing and green, but no, it's not the same thing. 2.5, this is 2. Yes. And this beautiful thing right here, this beautiful beast. One 1.5 inch cranberry colored velvet ribbon. Oh my gosh, look at those together. Oh my gosh, you guys. So, I've thought this out. No. Did y'all believe that? No, you don't believe that. You're like, he didn't think that out. But I did, kind of. I'm going to start with this because it's very big and bold and bright. And I will be doing, what will I be doing? 7 inches? Loops at 7. I am sweating. I'm going to have to turn the air off. Then I would ideally like to, let's leave a 24-inch tail over here. I'd love to leave this attached so I'm not wasting any of this ribbon, but I think that's going to work. Alright, and then maybe this orange. Do I have enough of this orange? No, I don't even think I have enough of this orange to do a tail. 12, 20, no. I want this over here, so do this kind of backwards and tail. And this loop can go in here. Right? Yeah. And I'm going to be doing all my tails this way. I definitely want that one to be kind of opened up. That looks good. Oh my god, the ribbon. I think I'm going to put this over to the side here. So I am looking for a pipe cleaner first of all. And then I'm looking to go around. There's like a center rod, I guess, like a long part that's going around one side of it. This will go around the other. So this is here. This is going to go about right here. No, I want you showing. Are they all showing? The orange is not. Pull this down. Oh. Really? Like, I don't want those too tight because I want to be able to move them, and guess what? Wow. Seems strong and powerful. Okay, so maybe they went a little too tight. Seriously? And then it's like barely on there, and it's still too tight? Or does this just not want to move? Dude, you gotta move. What is going on? I don't know. I'm exhausted now. Because I don't think I like this burgundy ribbon anymore. It's not behaving the way I wanted it to. This needs to be a little bigger. This needs to be a little shorter. That's better. This needs to come in just a tiny bit. This can pull out, but not much because I know there's not a lot there. Okay. That was an enormous ordeal that I was not physically or mentally prepared for. Alright, so that's where we're at right now. And then this bow comes down to a smaller bow here that goes to here. But, not right now, and probably not today. I think I need a mental wellness break. Okay guys, we have really been through it. Well, not so much you guys, but me. Last night, when I was working on this, I am one of those people where if I do something and it's incredibly complicated and it takes me forever and I don't get it right, I'm fine with that. But doing something as simple as placing that ribbon in those tails yesterday, I messed with it for about 2 hours after I stopped filming. And then I lay down for like an hour, and then I got up and messed with it some more. So, I have made a smaller bow than the one we have at the top. I'm going to show you eventually how it ended up, but I can't fit too many things on my table because that swag is huge. This one started out with 6-inch loops, and it doesn't have all the same ribbons in it, and it doesn't have tails except for the top one, which is kind of important because once I was fixing that one, I was like, I am so dumb. I was like, this was the worst way to do this. And I didn't do all the other swags I've made like this. Like, I know I did it differently. And now I'm going to show you how to actually do it. Alright, so first bow we did had 7-inch loops. This one has 6-inch loops. This one is going to have 5-inch loops. And I'm only using 3 ribbons, I think. And maybe a 4th to add a tail. Because it's in that bow and it's in that bow. Yeah. Okay, let me just get started, so, you know. Alright, I'm not putting anything extra in here. This is just going down. And we're doing the 3-loop bow again. Starting at 5. Because as we go down the swag, we need to start getting smaller. That was my stomach. I had Sloppy Joe quesadillas for lunch. I don't know what that is or why I ate it, but there we go. Alright, and no tail. I'm just going to... Well, do I want a little tail? I know I don't want one in the beginning, but do I want... Yeah, I want one at the end. So I'm just going to do like 8 inches. I can't believe I used this much ribbon. There's like... How did I use 10 yards, or almost 10 yards of ribbon on this wreath? And we are done with you for now, kind of. And then I'm going to add, which piece is bigger? I have 2 pieces of this. This one's bigger. Alright, we started that way, so we're going to start this one this way. And again, you can twist it or you can just put it in there upside down because we're not leaving a tail. And with this one, I'm going to go like 4.5. Again, that's my stomach. What the heck? Did I just say what the heck? Oh my god. What the hell? A big boy, I can say what I want. Wow. Okay, and I'm just going to leave this whole thing right here. Because the other thing I did, once I started working on the swag is right here. That's why I keep looking like, well, you can't even see what am I talking about? The other thing I did was realize I used a lot more ribbon than I needed to, and I cut down a bunch of tails, and I was like, well, this is all just stuff that's just basically being thrown away. Alright, for this one I am going to leave a tail. Nothing fancy, just like a couple of inches. And this one is going to go to 4. I don't know how I feel about this ribbon. Like, it's not... I could spend a day live streaming and telling you all the things that I was going to do and all the plans I had for this swag that did not work out for whatever reason. I'm going to leave this one a little bit longer. But I had velvet pumpkins that were kind of this color. Are they right here? No, I don't know where they're at. They were kind of this color, but I didn't use them because they weren't, like, it wasn't close enough. You know, I feel like sometimes you can kind of fudge the colors, but in the case of the velvet pumpkins, it was not meant to be. So I'm just moving everything where I want it to go. Can you see that I have 2 drinks over here? Got a full battery, got an empty memory card. Am I recording? Yeah, okay. I am ready because I want this done. Not like, oh, I want it done so I can get it out of here. Like, I want to finally see what I have been seeing in my head since, I don't even know how long I've been planning this. Alright, I'm moving my zip tie to the back, and I definitely need to order more pipe cleaners. Like, and you're not going to see these, the pieces where it's just like there's no tail. I've also, in the past couple of days, well, not really the past couple of days, the past, like 12 hours or so since I was last filming, or, you know, it might have been longer than that, I have gotten extremely aggressive with these bows. I'm like, you are not causing me to have a mental breakdown today. Miss Rona is already doing that to me. Not you too, Bo. Okay, so there's our baby bow. Here's our cousin bow. And let me clear the decks because, oh Lord, y'all. Can you go there and stay? Alright, so let me put both my bows over here and then have my other bows, not my other bows, my other ribbons over here. I need a table. I need a 9-foot wide kitchen island. A 9-foot square. Okay. So let's talk about... This thing is already so heavy and it has nothing in it. Let's talk about this. Zoom out this. Come on, zoom out. Oh, there goes the mess. Alright, so last we saw all of these tails were coming into this one point here. Actually, it was kind of over here. I took the bow off, left it tied where it was, and then I maneuvered the bow over because this is supposed to be coming out of the left side this way. These are supposed to be coming down this way, but what I had before was everyone coming into this one point, which it was just a big glob of ribbon. And when I was doing it last night, I was just like, what is wrong with this? Like, why does this look so bad? But I actually have a wreath that's similar to this hanging in my bedroom that's been there for like 6 years. And I didn't even think about it until I was like, you know, about to give up on life. And I got into bed and I saw it and I was like, oh, I get it. So I cut some of them short. Some of them did not go into the thing. I only put 3 in there. And then one of the tails that I cut off, I just stuck it back in here. I think I put a little bit of glue on it. So here we have 4, which match the 4 in the medium-sized bow, which we're going to put on right now. So basically, this is off to the left. I have a couple of streamers bringing you this way. This is the middle. This is the left again. So now we're working on the right side. That's not the right one. This is the right one. All right, so this has the plaid, the stripe, the burlap, and the velvet. And as I said, it started out at, looks like it started out at 6, went to 5.5, and then 4.5, and then 4, maybe. And there's like a little, you can see these in here, like this is where the little tail was. This is another little tail. I didn't cut it because it was enough for me to dovetail, so I was like, I'll just leave that in there. So this one is going here. And what I am trying to do, I actually had this on here and it was perfect, and I was like, I have to take that off to actually explain what I'm doing. I am trying to go actually through one of the holes in the mesh, or several of the holes in the mesh. Because the center point is right here, but I don't want to attach my, I don't want to attach my bow right there, but I actually think, since this is, since this is already tied off and it's making a little loop right there. I feel like sometimes I'm like working blind with this because I cannot see. I'm going to pull it just a little bit. I don't want to pull it too hard because then it'll sink in. Okay, so this is going around there, and then here's a free tie. I'm just going to twist that off. And probably push this in front. Okay. So now we have bow, tails, bow. All right, we got that. Now we're going to take this one, and I think I'm gonna leave this one out for the last tail. Unless I can cut it in. I think I'll be able to use this. This one, this one, this one, this one, and the plaid, which is right here. I can't see it. Alright, so now we're going to take some pieces of ribbon. No one's surprised at this point that we use some pieces of ribbon. And I'm putting them together. And the way I'm going to measure them is that I know they need to go from here to here with a little bit of extra. Because our next bow, little ones go in here. So it goes like that. So I am just going to, let's just kind of do that. And then we will move these for now. Because we're almost done with the freaking ribbon. I'm sorry, ribbon. I know it's not your fault. You're doing the best you can with what you're working with. All right. Take these and pleat them up. Get them tiny and small. What the? Alright. Just pulled a pipe cleaner in half with my Asgardian strength. Like Thor over here. Oh, I wish I was Thor. And this is going around the base of this bow. So whereas last time I left really long tails, this time I'm adding tails afterwards because I'm going to save ribbon that way. And I can decide which ribbons I want to come down. Oh, I should have used a full-size pipe cleaner. Lord help me. Help me, Jesus. I don't know. We're in a flood watch for like, I don't know, the next 6 weeks, and I got an alert on my phone about like severe windstorms and thunderstorms and damaging wind, all of this stuff. It's like the sun's out. Like I'm looking out the window right now, the sun's out. Oh. AccuWeather don't know what it's saying. It's like, hey, you're gonna die today, and I look outside and it's like, fine. And then it's like, hey, it's a beautiful day, and I look outside and it's like a hurricane. Okay. Now let's move him this way. He's a him? Is he a him, y'all? She's a her. She's usually a her. And this one, I feel, right here. I'm going to wire these together. Let me see. This has the red on the outside, so I want the... I'm trying to... This is red. We'll call this what? Y'all can't even see that. Red, white, plaid. So let's go plaid, red, white, like this. And then this is just going to fit in this tie right here. Can we still see? Do we have any idea what's going on? I sure don't. So up here, over here, bow. I'm going to cut this off. And I think before I add this on here, well, that one's long enough, that one's long enough. That one's definitely long enough. I think I'm just going to throw in another piece of ribbon here. But not that long. This is going to be my first 4.5 hour video. But I think I'm going to have to trim yesterday down because I don't know what y'all are going to see when this video is done, but it was me just like going crazy because I could not get this to work. Which, that's fine. If that's something you have to do sometimes, I'm going to throw this one in here too. Just because, I mean, if you have to like completely lose it to get something done, go for it. And like if it had been something complicated, I would have been fine. I would just have been like, all right, I'm not getting this. I'm just going to take a break and come back to it later. But because it was literally just rearranging stuff and I couldn't get it right. Whew. Alright, so now this one is going here, and because this one's, because the swag is so much smaller, this can actually go around the center, but can it? I mean, it can, I don't know if I can get it there. And this one's off to the side, this one's off to the side. I want this one to be off to the side, but a little bit more in the middle. So instead of pulling it this way, I'm going to pull it that way, just a little bit. Okay. These feel too... I don't know, I was like, they feel too tight, but they're really not. And there's a lot of ends that need to be trimmed here, but I'm going to... Oh my god, this thing is so big. And the best part of it being so big means that I'm going to have to sell it locally because no one is going to pay shipping on this. This one really is a little bit longer than the other one. I guess I can just do these real quick. Because I think it's only a couple. I don't know how the most expensive ribbon is doing the worst. This is the first time I've gotten something from Craft Outlet that I'm like disappointed in. Only because this looked online like a nice thick ribbon and I got it in person and it's thin, the wire is very flimsy, and it's fraying, so yippee-doo. Okay, cleaning up again. So how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing okay. I hope you haven't unsubscribed. Because I feel like I am slowly losing my mind and it has nothing to do with quarantine. Alright, I thought that I was like almost done with this, but there's probably enough for me to make another bow for another project, or at least have an accent of another bow. Maybe cut some tails for this. I don't know if I'm going to add tails. No, 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 no. Don't roll. Oh, no. God, that fell over, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick it up without killing myself. Oh, no. Where did it go? Oh, good. It's right here. Ow. Okay. Moving my chair because I got to stand up. Moving my camera because I'm standing up. Alright, so these are all on the side over here because I have been keeping them, trying to keep them together. And this one and these can go somewhere else for right now. In my ribbon box, I have a giant box of ribbon behind me. Obviously, that's where they should go. Okay. Out of breath from doing two things, and I turned the air off, and it's hot in here. So, we have this space up here to do, this here, and this over here. Before I do it, let me try to... Is this going to be better? I just knocked down all my drinks. I think that's going to be better. This is what I've been doing when I need to relax, when I am feeling anxious, when I don't want to sit here and film something because it's not comfortable for me. I sit in the back in my office, I watch Hulu, cartoons, whatever, and I've been making these pumpkins. I'm going to show you how to make these pumpkins eventually. I was supposed to show them last year because I made some last year and used them, but it's not that they're hard, it's just it's all sewing, and I know how that usually goes over. So I have three colors. I have like 6 colors, but like I'm not using that one in here because that just doesn't look right. So I need to figure out how to put this one, and this one in the top, and then this one, and this one in the middle, and these two at the bottom, I think. I don't know. We're gonna have to see how it shakes out. because I had these in there when it was up on the wall yesterday, and I was like, that's perfect. But they were literally just being held in there because they were stuck to the Deco mesh. So, this one's going to go like right here. I remember because I had to keep moving the ribbon. But how do I want to put it on there? Survey says hot glue, but I don't know, guys. It's going to be too hard to get a wire through here. I can't get a... You know what I can do? I can get a pipe cleaner through here. I was like, I can't get a... Oh, wait. I forgot. Alright, so can you see my glue pot over here? I can't see it in the viewfinder because there's a menu button over it, but it's there. Let's put you in here. This is the back, obviously. And then let's hold you down. And a few more of these out. And these don't really have like top and bottoms. I mean, like if one side looks like this one looks kind of messy. These are so hard. I'm saying they're hard to make, but they're not. But can you see? I don't even know if that's going to focus. No? See that right there on my right? I like added like this is this is a cut. When I was pulling the thread, I pulled to tighten these up, and it like sliced right through my finger, and it's just now starting to feel a little better. So you don't need the glue pot for this, but if you got it, use it. So I'm just putting them in the middle because I want them, I kind of want them to be glued and wired, but if I wire them in like this, I mean, that's not going anywhere. I will be able to decide once it's up if I like the placement. So I am just going to because that base is in the middle, I'm not going to be able to get to it to go around the center. So, okay. I just spent about 2 hours. I don't know how much of the last clip I left in because I started, well, let's just say I said some things that are not acceptable to say on YouTube, and I said them forcefully and loudly directly into the microphone. So I moved this off the table because there was no way I was getting these pumpkins where I wanted them. You know, I was putting them down, and when I picked it up, they were way up here when I needed them to be here. And I needed these to be here, and I needed these to be down here. So there's two little ones and a big one, two little ones and a big one. I couldn't get them placed. I couldn't wire them in the back the way things were, so I'm sorry. I was like, I am not gonna let this upset me as much as it is. So I picked it up, hung it on my door in the kitchen, and messed with it for about 2 hours. Because as soon as I thought I had it done, you know, I had to turn something around and it smashed every one of these ribbons. And I would like nothing more right now than to just go lay in bed in the dark, but I want to finish this. So let's start filling in. My glue pot's over here. I'm going to move it a little closer maybe. And I am just going in with these leaves and filling in where I think they should go. I wanted to show you guys this too. See this little thing right here? That wasn't on there before because I thought I lost it, but, well, I did lose it, but then I found it. It's so you can take a... Alright, I'm not digging for a glue stick because God only knows where they're at. You put the glue stick in here, and it's meant for like a large, full-size glue stick, and as this goes down, the glue stick melts down. So I don't have to keep putting chunks in there, which I like. Okay. I think the floral is going to make a big difference in this. I move the bow again. I move the streamers again. This one's kind of hidden back here, but it's okay to not have everything all up in your face. Now I have all these video files and pictures and, all the YouTube crap. Which I guess I don't need to keep. I think I'm gonna delete everything except for the final video files. If for some reason I would ever need them again. I don't know why I would, but you never know. Ow! I know I always say that glue's not hot, but it is when your whole thumb goes in it. So what do you guys like about fall? Do you like that it finally stops being 8,000 degrees outside? Or is that just something people like here? Let me tell y'all, summer is coming and it is going to be brutal. I can already tell. Like, I'm just like, no, can't we get rid of it? I mean, like, we're dealing with this pandemic. Can we skip summer? Why haven't they canceled that yet? They canceled everything else. Like, let's cancel summer. Yeah, a lot of these. I'm like, these are nice, but it's because they're from Walmart. They're not all Dollar Tree, which, yay. So, did this come out the way I wanted it to? Kinda. Was it extremely hard? Yes. Was it worth it? That's my answer to that is, I mean, I like it. I probably won't be able to sell it for what it's worth, and because it's enormous, but we'll see. So thanks for hanging out with me. I hope I remember to bleep out all the F-bombs I dropped. Yeah, and I know you can't see this right now, but you will be able to see the pictures right when they come up. So as I said, I don't know what day it is. I think it's a Monday when this is going up, so I'll see y'all Wednesday, or maybe Monday, or maybe Friday, or I don't know. I'll see you when I see you. All right, I'm going to futz with this a little bit more and then take a break and then go take some pictures, which are coming up right after this. So thanks for watching. Bye, guys.